Okay, so like I mentioned earlier, even having just one vote on Digg is still going to get your story on Digg, and that's going to be a backlink for you, and that's definitely good news. Being on Digg is a very fast way to get indexed. But let's talk about getting your story higher in the rankings. What do you need to do to have that happen? Well, first of all, I want to encourage you to save your best stuff for Digg. We're talking about the things that are going to make people laugh and cry and want to just spread it around. Make sure that you're only promoting those kinds of things on Digg. And if you don't have anything like that, go ahead and find something. Now, given your industry, maybe Digg isn't the best match for you. I think you can find a home on Digg for just about everything, but it is possible that there are subjects that just aren't going to be a good match for Digg, and that means you just have to stick with some other type of promotion. Create a Digg and then email your list. This is a huge way to get lots of votes. If you have a email list of people that are loyal to you, that are fans, you can go ahead and use this. And I'm not talking about your buddies. I'm talking about if you have own a website and you have a list of 1,000 people around the subject of weight loss. Create some kind of flashy, crazy post and email everybody out and say, hey, check this out, and I would really appreciate it if you take the time to dig it. And what will happen is, even if just a fraction of those people do that for you, it could be enough to push your story upward, where it's going to get natural attention when it's just going to continue to snowball. Tell your friends. This is a time to tell everybody you can. Tell your parents, your friends, maybe even your enemies, and ask them to dig for you because it's going to help you. Don't ask them too much, but it doesn't hurt to ask. Don't be bashful. Post in friendly forums and ask them to dig. I put quotes around friendly because that's extremely important. If you go to the wrong place where people don't know you and you just say, "Can you dig my story?" they might get angry with you. Don't spam this stuff. But if let's say that you created friendships and established a role in a forum, there's nothing wrong with posting, as long as it's not wrong with the forum. You're saying, hey, I created a story that I generally do believe that you would be interested in, and I really appreciate if you give it a dig. Call in all favors. This is a time where the next 24 hours is going to be crucial if your story can get up to critical mass and start to have a life of its own. And this is the time where you want to do all this stuff all at once. So that means calling in favors, saying, hey, listen, I did this for you. Can you please go ahead and dig this for me? Again, this is all about getting enough votes to get it noticed so other people see it and start voting naturally. Okay, so that's what Digg's about. Again, it's a very powerful thing, and I would definitely encourage you to give it a try. Even if you aren't successful in getting a story that has a lot of hits, it's still going to be a link for you. And again, there are things that you can do to make life easier. I would also suggest that you have buttons put on your site so people can dig the story right there. That also makes life easier too. You can learn more about how to do that on Digg's site. So again, I hope that you'll consider doing Digg as a promotional strategy because it's definitely something that works really well, and I strongly encourage you to do it, especially if you have media and content that is going to lend well to this type of premise.